I invite you to remain standing, please, for first the Pledge of Allegiance and then the National Anthem. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mayor Petty, School Committeeman Manfredo, Superintendent Benenda, Mr. Looney, Dr. Montague, Mr. Berthiaume, distinguished faculty, family, friends, and graduates. Welcome to the Claremont Academy commencement exercises honoring the class of 2017. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you all here on behalf of the Claremont family. Commencement is truly a time of celebration. This is especially true at a school that has the pleasure of seeing its students grow for 6 years, from shy, awkward, small 7th graders to mature young men and women. This class has certainly demonstrated remarkable growth, both as students and as people. Frankly, to give a speech this year and every year like this one is a challenge. How do I keep it fresh, real, more importantly, short? What advice can I give? Stories can I share? As I was doing research on this momentous occasion, I looked, as I often do, to history for guidance. As I was perusing events that happened on this date in history, I found out that you will share the exact graduation date, 6/8/17, with a famous American, Walt Disney. He, of course, graduated exactly 100 years ago today, this very night. And since some say I have an uncanny connection to Mickey Mouse, I thought this was altogether fitting and proper. And while Walt Disney was certainly not without his faults, his life, legacy, and films have come to provide some valuable lessons that I think can help you in your life journey. So I found a website, Mike.com, that had an article written by Autumn Harrison with some interesting lessons from Disney films. And here were some of the most important ones. From Cinderella: women will squeeze their feet into a pretty shoe no matter what it's made of and how tight it is. And a night often goes downhill after midnight. Dory from Finding Nemo: being forgetful doesn't mean you're stupid, and being happy doesn't mean you're weird. Lilo from Lilo and Stitch: family is more than just the people you share DNA with, it's also the people you choose. Tinkerbell from Peter Pan tells us you can be small and powerful. One does not prevent the other. Peter from Peter Pan: you can accomplish amazing things by thinking positively. But if a boy shows up at your window in the middle of the night, he's probably going to get you in trouble. Milo from Atlantis: take every opportunity to experience new cultures. You learn a lot from the world around yourself. Alice from Alice in Wonderland: don't eat or drink things if you don't know where they came from. Flynn from Tangled: don't be afraid to let people know the real you. You don't have to pretend to be someone else to succeed. Be proud of who you are. Kita from Atlantis: we learn that family and family history is important. Learn all you can from it. One day it may be lost entirely. And finally, Rapunzel from Tangled. Venture outside of your comfort zone. The rewards are worth it. So armed with these Disney directives, I'm proud to say that you are ready for the world ahead of you. I know you will do great things. Remember to come back and visit, and as I always say, you can graduate from a school, but you never graduate from a family. Thank you very much. I am now proud to welcome to the stage the class president of the class of 2017 for her speech, Chantel Chapman.
Good evening, everybody. I'd like to thank you for joining us in the celebration of Class of 2017. I'm honored to be able to speak as the class president for the last time. I would like to thank the dedicated hardworking principals, teachers, guidance counselors, as well as staff. Without them, Claremont would not be Claremont. This has been a long but amazing 4 years, and I'm glad that I was able to spend it surrounded by driven individuals. The motivation at Claremont is phenomenal. You can never feel helpless. Entering as freshman year, Mr. Hall has introduced us the concept of Ubuntu, meaning I am because we are. This was the foundation of never feeling helpless. This concept was adopted by teachers, staff, and students as well. As a class, we took action to continue making a name for Claremont, just as the classes had before us. So when we're at a social event and someone happens to ask what school we attend, we can say Claremont Academy without getting where's that again? Response, and a completely confused face to match. Together, as a class, we were able to raise the bar higher for those that follow us. We got high MCAS scores and also brought the National Honor Society chapter back to Claremont. I've spent most of my days juggling extracurricular activities and what seemed like endless nights working to obtain a promising future. Throughout my 4 years of high school, I've learned that when you want something, you must go and work hard for it. I know that being an African American woman, I will face obstacles that may get in my way, but I refuse to let them knock me down. I wish the best of luck to everyone. Remember that this moment is the beginning of everything that you want. I also wish you the best in whatever you aspire to do. This is our moment of triumph. I would truly miss Claremont and every opportunity that it has given me. I couldn't ask for a better support system. The bond and the connections that have been made here will last a lifetime. Thank you.
I'd now like to welcome our head guidance counselor, Jessica Coleman, to the stage for some award presentations.
I'd like to take a moment to honor the students for the scholarships that they've been awarded. The first 4 students, I'm going to ask that you stand for the Hasse Scholarship, went to Jeremy Mejia for athletics, Jennifer Barcenas for arts, Giselle Oriana for academics, and Fabielle Mendoza for law. The next group of students, graduates, are the John and Abigail Adams Scholars, Jennifer Barcenas, Jenny Chen, Joshua Kukufati, Joe Damon, William Foster, Deba Gallo, John Lee, Viet Lee, Jeremy Mejia, Jimmy Nguyen, Giselle Oriana, Derek Pham, Cameron Reyes, Nee Tron, and Sarah Felix. The next graduate I'd like to present is our Posse Scholar, Chantiel Chapman. The Bay State Scholarship is going to Cameron Reyes. The Unibank Scholarship has gone to Neetron. Keolis Scholarship, Viet Lee. Alice Miles Scholarship goes to Fabielle Mendoza. The Maria A. Corey Fund Scholarship to J.C. Haragi Trinidad. The Jackson Fund Scholarship to Tommy Koo. The next several students are our CSI scholars, Yancy Blanco, Yamilet Cintron, Joe Damon, Maya Fontanez, Deba Gallo, John Lee, Fabielle Mendoza, Jennifer Nguyen, Giselle Oriana, Carrie Ramirez, Cameron Reyes, Neetron, and Jovian Rivera. The Webster Square Business Association Scholarship has gone to Viet Lee. And now I'd like to call up to the podium Mrs. Dee Carlson. She's going to go over some academic awards.
We are very proud of all of our graduates tonight, but some have distinguished themselves in certain categories. Please stand when I announce your name. Excellence in English, Giselle Oriana. Excellence in History, Fabielle Mendoza. Excellence in Math, Viet Lee. Excellence in Science, Jeremy Mejia. Excellence in the Arts, John Lee. Excellence in Spanish, Yvonne Gordano. Excellence in ASL, John Lee. Excellence in Music, Rebecca Mahetny. The Academic Achievement Award goes to Jonathan Ramirez Torres. The School Spirit Award goes to Derek Pham. The Good Citizen Award goes to Chantiel Chapman. Now Mr. Hall will give out our final awards.
Thank you, Mrs. Carlson. For these honors, I would request that the students come forward to receive a special token for their awards. First, the Telegram and Gazette Scholarship Award goes to Viet Lee. As many of you know, Claremont had an unexpected event rock our school community this year. A beloved teacher who remained steadfastly positive and who worked passionately with every student she came in contact with was tragically murdered in February. This senseless loss was hard for everyone to comprehend, and it left us reeling. Since then, our community has rallied to support one another, Sandy's family and Sandy's memory, and some of Sandy's family is here tonight, and our graduates tonight are wearing white ribbons to represent our wish to end violence against women. As Ms. Hare would have wanted, many positive things have come out of this horrible tragedy. One of those was the outpouring of donations we received to help defray the cost of Ms. Hare's services. In fact, there were so many donations that we had money left over to support a scholarship in Sandy's honor. So I am proud to announce this evening the recipient of the inaugural Sandy Hare Scholarship. There were many wonderful choices, of course, but we wanted to choose someone who embodied the very characteristics of Ms. Hare: a caring attitude, a quiet but positive aura, and a tendency to make the lives of others around her better. I'm honored to announce the winner of this very special scholarship as Jennifer Nguyen. There's one award that I get to give to a graduating senior from Claremont Academy. It's called the Ubuntu Award. And as many of you know, Claremont has embraced the African philosophy of Ubuntu. Roughly translated, it means, I am only because we are. This idea embraces the concept that our community exists only because we are all in it together. It is the recognition that we must support and care for one another and put the needs of the community and the greater good ahead of our own desires in getting ahead. This year's recipient embodies the essence of Ubuntu, thinking of others, embracing his community and trying to improve it, being a role model for others, and seeking to improve other people's lives. Yet doing so in a way that embodies quiet leadership without a lot of fanfare or attention. I'm happy to announce that the 2017 Ubuntu Award goes to Miguel Moranta. And the final award that I'll give out tonight, I'm also honored to give the Principal's Award. It's not an easy choice, especially when I think about how much these individuals have grown. But I want to give this award to a person who has embodied the spirit of Claremont. This year's recipient has made amazing growth as a person and as a student. And when I first met him, I wasn't sure he was ready to be a student. And he had plenty of challenges along the way. But in the time that he was with us, he transformed into a college-ready, affable, considerate young man who is now known across the nation as a powerful conference presenter. This year's recipient goes to Jonathan Sled. Okay, I would now like to recognize our commencement speakers for this evening's ceremony. First, the great mayor of our great city, Mayor Joseph Petty.
Good evening, everyone. Let's hear for the Claremont Academy class of 2017. School committee member John Manfredo, Superintendent Benenda, Mary Me Montague, Principal Ricky Hall, the faculty and the students of the class of 2017. Welcome here tonight. Let's start off with first saying to the two things why these students are here and graduating tonight. One reason is because of the teachers, the principal, and the administrators of the school. And all our schools. You're doing a wonderful job. I'm pretty proud of you. Thank you on behalf of the city of Worcester. Thank you for all you do. And to the family members too. These students are here because of you, the parents, the brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles and the brothers and the grandparents and all the cousins and friends. They're here because of you. And I think the students should give a nice hand to the faculty and to the family members. And to the Hare family, thank you for being here and representing the award here tonight, the first annual scholarship. So much appreciated. Thank you for still contributing to the school and being here tonight. Claremont Academy is a special school. Your small class size enables an unprecedented level of cooperation and collaboration that makes you only better thinkers and students, but better people. I know that all of you have benefited from the closer connections with your teachers and your peers. There are a few students I'd like to mention here tonight and their accomplishments. Chantel Chapman earned herself a Posse scholarship going to Denison in the full scholarship. Congratulations, Chantel. And we just met Jonathan Slade, came to Claremont late in his high school career. I am told that you had a lot of catching up to do, but you worked hard, and tonight, Jonathan is graduating on time. Congratulations, Jonathan. And Giselle Oriana has taken multiple college courses at Clark University and headed to Smith College in the fall. Congratulations, Giselle. Miguel Morata has excelled in athletics. He has been a 4-year athlete in football, basketball, and volleyball. And I guess in addition to being just a great kid here in the school. Congratulations to you. Fabielle Mendoza was called by one administrator possibly the hardest working student I've ever seen in my career. She's also an amazing leader of her class in school. In addition, so being well-rounded, her spirit and commitment to her class and community is palpable. Congratulations to you also. And I give a shout out to the Jimmy Nguyen's family, and his parents are here tonight, and they pretty much have a story of a lot of people here in the city of Worcester. Refugees who came here in 1986 on a boat from Vietnam and was almost hijacked by pirates, and took a year to get here from Vietnam to get here to Massachusetts. So, and I met the Nguyen family during the Earth Day back in April. So I just want to thank the Nguyen family for being here tonight. When I asked for the highlights of this class, when my office received a response from teachers and some students, most every item was something that was brought these students closer together that built the community within the class. The Spanish class trip to New York freshman year, the trip to Six Flags, the field trip to Gillette, or the ELL class trip to Dallas. Time and again, the memories that stood out for this group were the events that were done together. Like the junior year, the Spanish class dance, the bachata, to learn more about the culture. Beyond all the individual accomplishments in these students, what is most valuable is the sense that you have succeeded together and have grown together. In closing, in a New York Times article a few years ago, the reporter was examining the high-achieving Korean secondary schools, one of the schools in Asia that works their students consistently only in academics, focused on testing with the hope of getting into one of the Ivy League colleges. The principal of the school said the following: "In my school, we make good students, but in America, you make good citizens." And that's what I want for all of you. Not to just be intelligent, free-thinking young men and women, but people who know the value of being engaged and active in your city. More than ever, we need people like you, people who know the value of kindness and diversity, to be present and active in every aspect of our civic life. Tonight we celebrate you knowing full well that you'll become something great. We look forward to the many accomplishments that lie ahead. So congratulations to the class of 2017.
I'm now honored to welcome to the podium for his commencement speech a very large supporter both of Claremont Academy and also for all the students in Worcester Public Schools, school committee member John Monfredo.
Mayor Petty, Superintendent Benenda, Principal Hall, Secondary Supervisor Dr. Monaco, distinguished guests, staff members of the Claremont Academy, parents, family, and friends of the graduates, and most importantly, the Claremont Academy class of 2017. Congratulations. This is a class that excelled in academics, and also was a class that certainly was involved in many community activities, community services. They had blood drives, tutored those in need, had car washes to raise funds, and did other activities in raising the necessary funds for many worthy causes. And he volunteered to be Santa's helpers and performed at the coffee house. They also knew how to have fun. Such as the seniors prank when the class came together with balloons, banners, horns, and bubblegum wrapped around Principal Hall's car. Then there was a senior who saved the day at the school's pep rally by doing flips and making the senior class look really cool. And last but not least, there was Gabrielle, who ate the forbidden popcorn in the chemistry class and had to deal with poison control. Well, needless to say, it's an honor to be here this evening to celebrate your many accomplishments. And one of the things I like to say before I go on is I love the robes on our staff members. You look really sharp, very professional. Let's give our staff a nice round of applause. Now tonight, the graduates celebrate many things. They celebrate 12 years of hard work, 12 years of tests and quizzes and MCAS, 12 years of homework and late slips. And after all your hard work, you have every reason to celebrate. Now, on the other hand, parents out there also celebrate. They celebrate 12 years of getting you up in the morning. And I can see those hands, those heads shaking. Yeah, that's right. 12 years of worrying about your grades. And 12 years of parent-teacher conferences. But today, your parents will sit there more proud than ever as you walk across that stage. And graduates, before you leave here tonight, please be sure to tell your parents how much you love them, how much you appreciate all that they have done for you. And I'll be checking with your parents to make sure you do. So this evening, I want to talk to the graduates, not about graduation and about the great things that have gone on here at Claremont Academy, but a topic that is near and dear to me. It's called heroes. Today we seem to be confused. We allow ourselves to believe that heroes are athletes, entertainers, or actors. A hero isn't someone who puts on a uniform and hits a home run, or hits a basket from the top of the key. A hero is someone who works with the homeless, the hungry, or the sick. A hero is someone who's willing to fight for someone else they don't even know, but who could not defend themselves. A hero is a firefighter or a police officer, someone who each day serves and protects people he or she didn't even know. A hero is someone who leaves his or her family for months or even years at a time to defend his or her country in a desert or a jungle halfway across the world, not even realizing if they will return. A hero is a mom or dad who struggles every day to make a difference in the lives of their children. Someone who works 2 jobs to pay the bills. Someone who goes to parent conferences and makes time to play in the backyard with his or her child. A hero is someone who volunteers to sit in a nursing home and hold the hand of a stranger who may not even realize that they are there. My friends, those who say we have no heroes are wrong. We have plenty of them. We have just forgotten where to look. My message to the graduates is a very simple one. You have the opportunity to become someone very special. That opportunity is available to you regardless of your class rank, regardless of the color of your skin, regardless of your sex or your financial status. The opportunity is available to each and every one of you. In the future, you can be a teacher and be the hero to a child who has forgotten how to hope. You can become a volunteer now and become a hero to someone who is hungry or homeless. And you can help them change their lives, and in the process, you can change this community. Each day you can start by doing an act of kindness within this community, or volunteer at a hospital, a youth center, or work on a project at a church, or give yourself once a week being a mentor to a young child. You can speak up against hatred, violence, bullying, and bigotry, and become a hero to every citizen who has ever faced ridicule simply because of who they are. Every day, there will be opportunities for you to make a difference in this community. You know, someone once said, I learned that people will forget what you said. People will forget what you did. But people will never, never forget how you made them feel. So graduates, you have an opportunity to make a difference in the lives of others in one small corner of this community. Be someone's hero as you graduate today. And again, congratulations, best of wishes.
It's my pleasure now to welcome to the podium a woman who has given more than 4 decades to the South Quadrant and is now the superintendent of the Worcester Public Schools, Ms. Maureen Benenda.
Good evening, everyone. I'm honored to speak to the invited guests, the dedicated faculty at Claremont Academy, and the students in the class of 2017, and Claremont parents and friends. I also would like to recognize the staff members who have joined the students tonight. Thank you for adding such dignity to this ceremonial event and for your daily work. I want to share how proud I am to join with you this year in the many activities in memory of Sandy here. From your sign language presentations, your songs, your poems, and most recently, the thoughtful tree planting you provided comfort to her family and preserve the memory of your dear teacher. To the class of 2017, how great it is to have celebration moments over time, to think back and remember good times. I hope you will have these moments throughout your life, that memories of your times here will bring you feelings of hope, acceptance, warmth, and forever tie you to being a Claremont graduate. A Claremont graduate means when things get tough, you keep persevering. You never give up. You reach out to others to make positive change. You stand tall and you know you are important. You care about your community and you give back to make your community a better place. You show appreciation to those who have helped you along the way. Value the contributions of each individual. Teach others what you learned at Claremont about the value of diversity. Be kind every day. Make wise decisions based on what is right. I want to take a moment and share a story about how kindness is remembered over time. Today, while I was visiting at an elementary school, a teacher told me a story of kindness I want to share with you I had never heard. She told me 9 years ago her child was born with Down syndrome and had to be placed because of health issues in the neonatal unit of Memorial Hospital. She said her baby would not stop crying, and a volunteer, who was a cuddler in the unit, cuddled her newborn infant and sang to her baby Irish lullabies and brought comfort to that infant. She told me that volunteer was my mother, and she wanted to know how thankful she was it had occurred. As my eyes grew with tears, so did she, and we shared a moment of time. Kindness has a way of doing that. So remember, kindness, even though you may never know how much or find out unexpectedly years later, is important. Never underestimate the power or the reach of kindness. I truly believe there is no place like your school. From the dedicated, caring faculty to the beautiful faces and kind hearts of every student that look to their futures with hope and commitment to make a difference, to the support from parents and the many community partners. I look forward to our paths crossing again. Congratulations to the class of 2017.
At this time, we are honored to have a special presentation by our ASL group in honor of Miss Hare, whose favorite song was My Wish. So at this time, I'd like to introduce or have the folks come to the front of the stage who will be presenting, and come to the front of the stage now for the ASL presentation of My Wish.
You never need a
Thank you very much, and I know Ms. Hare is smiling down on you right now. It is now my pleasure to welcome to the podium the very proud and honorable class valedictorian for the class of 2017, Mr. Viet Lee.
Hi. Hello, everyone. How am I supposed to top that performance? All right, so first of all, thank you guys for coming to this unique day. It's not every day you graduate high school, mostly because you only graduate once. I hope you do. But anyways, I have a few words. First off is congratulations. High school is finally over. We did it. Roughly 13 years of schooling is over. Now we are free to pursue our own path in life. Roughly 13 years of our lives were directed by some other outside power like the government or society. Excuse me, I'm a little sick. Now we are free to pursue our... So, in high school, we worked on projects. We worked on homework, we worked on essays, blah, blah, blah. We worked on all of that because we were assigned, and it was expected. Now we actually have a choice. Many chose to go to college and pick their own career. Some chose to skip out on college and walk their own path. Whether my friends go the popular way or go their own non-conformist way doesn't matter to me. In one way or another, I have some form of interaction with all of my fellow students. And I only hope you guys make the right choices for yourself, not for anyone else. Chances are the next time I see many of you after college, we won't be looking at each other as young men and women anymore. We will be looking at each other as professional adults. I'm going to college to study business, and one possible job is working as a financial advisor. Now, I can only imagine my smile and joy if one of them walked into my office talking about stocks or, stocks, investments, anything on their mind. I want to see each and every one of them in the future, and I want to see them in the professional world. Future electricians may be wiring my new house. Future teachers may be teaching my kids. I may be picking up prescriptions from future pharmacists here. I may hire future lawyers here to defend me in court. Hopefully, if that never happens. Information technology experts could help me maintain an efficient system for when I'm doing business. Computer engineers would be setting up a nice, cozy gaming room in my new, wonderful house with high-tech computers and monitors because in the end, businessmen can also have fun. I would like to see our friendship evolve past just being friends into being colleagues, professionals, and most importantly, family. Just imagine going out to dinner or to the club or to the bar and sitting down and having a few drinks with your lifelong friends talking about their career, their life, or their family. I believe the kids today call it squad goals. I'm fortunate to know such a variety of friends in a variety of industries. High school would be very different without the friends I had. Now my speech is coming to a close, and I know one thing. Nobody's going to remember the speech out here today because, let's be honest, it's not the most important things in your lives. It's an honor, but it's not even something I'll remember in the long run. Instead, I want people to remember this day here, and the overall feeling you have today. Graduation from high school only comes once. In the years to come, you won't remember my words. You remember this day, and then you may cry or laugh or reminisce, or at the very least smile and knowing that your high school chapter has ended and you walked into your next chapter in life. I hope everyone lived life to their best. Thank you for hearing the few words I had to say.
I would like to also take this opportunity to recognize the amazing educators that are located down here in the front of the auditorium. I consider it an immense honor to lead this prestigious group of dedicated educators. Their unwavering dedication, unflagging devotion, and inspirational belief in the abilities of every student are the things heroes are truly made of. Please join me in giving this fabulous group of faculty a round of applause. I'd also like to take this opportunity that due to personal reasons, there are a few teachers who will not be returning to Claremont next year and are off to other ventures next year. We tip our hats to them for their service to Claremont. Just like with our graduates, you will always be a member of our family. We take solace in knowing that wherever you go onto your next endeavors as educators, you will continue to make a difference in the lives of young people. So tonight we salute you. Mr. Jesse Bicknell, Mr. Michael Erisy, Mr. Zachary Fellows, and Miss Maria Zekas. Thank you very much for your dedicated service to our young men and women. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you've all been waiting for. I'm going to invite Mr. Looney to the podium for the presentation of the diploma. Giselle Oriana. Deba Kawo. Taisha Negron. Yamalet Sintron. Kenya Vasquez. Jonathan Valencia. John Lee. Gabriel Huertas. Derek Fahn. David Rodriguez Martian. Could the first row please sit down? Gotta wait for him to get back. Jenny Chen. Yancy Blanco. Zaneta Kino. JC Haraji Trinidad. Francesco Uriello. Jeremy Mejia. Joshua Cucafate. Jonathan Ramirez Torres. Jimmy Nguyen. Oscar Arias. Could the second row please sit down? Myra Bermejo. Paradise Owusu. Jennifer Barcinas. Jennifer Nguyen. Maya Fontanez. Xavier Rodriguez. Yvonne Guerrero. Miguel Maranta. Keyshawn Johnson. Jovian Rivera. Hector Vieira. Could row 3 please sit down? Chancey Ramirez. Fabielle Mendoza. Rebecca Mahetli. V. Fong. Sarah Felix. Dante Walker. Caleb Tucker Davis. Michael Cruz. Tommy Koo. Jonathan Slay. Viet Lee. Could the fourth row please be seated? Leanne Cruz. Mi Tran. Estrella Nader. Maria Martinez. Kiri Ramirez. James Pilko. Brian Ruiz. Let's go, Brian. Joe Damon. Willie Hargrove III. Danny Sanchez. William Foster. Could the fifth row please sit? Chantiel Chapman. Cameron Reyes. Angelica Gonzalez. Maya Paul. I would ask the graduates to all rise. I present to you